It's a human car crash. High-speed collisions with full impact. It's known as Run It Straight.
It's the scariest thing ever. So it's terrifying.
It's a contact sport. Basically, I've just taken like a fraction of rugby league and just made it into a sport.
The rules are simple. A tackler and defender charge at each other as fast and hard as they can. The biggest collision wins.
Since January, we've probably been the talk of not just Australia and New Zealand, but of the world.
But the talk hasn't all been good. 19-year-old Ryan Satterthwaite died when he and friends tried to do it themselves in a park. Now his family are calling for these competitions to be banned.
I'm not going to give it the kudos and call it a game or a sport. I just think it's a stupid activity. When I said someone's going to get seriously hurt, I had no idea that it would affect us so much.
Welcome to Run It Straight. These are the boys.
Sydney-based Christian Lassar is the founder of Run It Straight, which has been hosting competitions in the western suburbs of Sydney and Brisbane for the last 2 years.
Everyone's going crazy, going wild. The kids love it. They're going crazy as well.
In Melbourne, there's another version called Run It. It's endorsed by AFL player Jamara Ugle-Hagan and former NRL player George Burgess.
I just really think these guys need to sit down and smell the shit that they're shoveling to some of these young kids that are going to give it a go.
It's now fueled a viral Run It Straight challenge with kids trying it in backyards and at schools. 19-year-old Ryan Satterthwaite loved playing rugby.
He was just a real pleasant and polite young man. From his friends' perspective, I don't think I've seen a person that had so many best mates.
The New Zealand teenager died last month. His uncle is Pete Satterthwaite.
Him and his mates got together down a park, had seen that Run It Straight on some social media and on the TV the week before, so they decided they would give it a go. He's run into the first tackle, he's jarred his head, his brains flopped around in his head, and then he's done it again, and that set him up for the brain injury.
Ryan's friends rushed him to hospital, where doctors were unable to save him.
He's lying there on life support. Everybody, all the family and friends, got to say goodbye to him. So, excuse me, it's a bit, still a bit raw. I was the one that had to tell his father, and as I'm struggling now, I was struggling then. So not a good time.
I don't recommend anyone doing it for themselves for the sake of fun, so it's dangerous.
The concept of running it straight comes from a manoeuvre practiced in professional sport, when a player tries to run head-on into their opponent to get across the field.
I think my family were trying to recommend me to try and stay away from it.
29-year-old Semi Usa plays rugby league for the South's Logan Magpies in Brisbane. He competed in the Melbourne Run It competition, which promises big prize money and big collisions.
Hit hard, stand your ground, and inflict damage. And you're wondering what's in it for you? $20,000 cash.
It's the best. I love it. It's scary at the same time because, like anything could happen, anything can go wrong.
In April, Semi Usa won the $20,000 prize money.
I think this is a sport, like I said, it's meant to be trained for proper athletes that actually know how to keep the sport safe with the right technique and the right proper training.
Run It featured branding of construction company Simmons Homes on T-shirts and on the field of play. 730 contacted Simmons Homes and was told in a statement, Run It is at odds with the company's values and has the potential to cause mental and physical harm to participants. The company has now engaged lawyers and is demanding that Run It remove all Simmons Homes related images from event signage, apparel and media channels. 730 requested interviews with the co-founders of Run It. They declined, but in a statement said, All Run It events follow established protocols, including screening of participants for suitability, strict guidelines around where and how to tackle, between the shoulders and hips only, with qualified medical support on site and medical assessments conducted during and after competition. In Campbelltown in southwest Sydney, last month thousands of spectators watched on in what Christian Lassar describes as a family-friendly event with food stalls and even merchandise on offer.
The Polynesian businesses that we have, 20 stalls, they make like 10 to 20 grand in 2 hours, you know? This is for them to feed their families and to grow their business.
Christian Lassar's events offer competitors prize money of $500 to $5,000. There are concerns from some people that feel like people are going to try and get that money and not think about the safety risks that they could have, and they're not prepared and they haven't practiced.
Oh, I think everyone has a choice though, to be honest, you know, like everyone has a choice whether they want to participate or not.
So you don't think you're taking advantage of people with the prize money?
No, I wouldn't say so.
My advice would be don't do it.
Dr. Simon Handel is the Deputy Director of Trauma Services at the Alfred Hospital.
The risk, if the angle's wrong or if you're not absorbing the shock properly, or you're not strong enough or trained enough or skillful enough to know how to take that hit, or you're not matched with your opponent appropriately, then the potential is that you're going to break your neck. And if that happens, then you might get away with it or you might not get away with it, and you could either die or be paralysed.
Are you willing to take that risk that someone might die at your event?
That's something I'm taking into consideration actually. Yeah, it's hard, like with the kid that passed away, and you know, having time to think. Like, I started this with good intentions, and I started this just to give back to the community like I have been, and that's been my first and foremost. But yeah, like I have been taking that stuff into consideration.
In light of Ryan's death, Christian Lassar is working on a different version of his Run It Straight events.
Yeah, we're looking at creating a new game, making it more safe, and if it's not as safe as I want it to be in the future, then yeah, we're going to stop and we're going to look elsewhere.